Hi, everybody. Today we're going to talk about how to identify your skills and services. The other day, I recorded three practical steps that you need to follow if you want to become a VA. And the first practical step is to identify your skills and service. Now, how can you identify your skills and service? I know it's really hard for startup virtual assistant to find the services to offer. It's kind of overwhelming and I totally understand. But in this video, I want you to listen and also follow these ways in order for you to come up with the skills that best fits your interest and that you can offer as a service to your clients. Now, here are some of the types of services virtual assistants offer. First is administrative support, social media management, customer service, content creation, e commerce support, tech and automation, and a lot of them. You can still you can research other services that fits your skills. Okay, these are just some of them. Now, in order to really find out that services that you can offer or that fits your skills, I have three ways here that you can follow in order for you to identify the skills. Number one is to create a list. Number two is to write down your previous work experiences. Number three is to assess yourself. Now, let's go to the first one to create a list. In creating a list, you have to write down 10 things you do well. It could be work related or personal. Here are some of the examples: organizing files, writing, talking to people, designing, or typing fast. So, if you're good at these things, then write it down on your list. After that, highlight skills that people have complimented you on. Example, if you're still a student, your classmate or your teacher complimented you about how good your writing is, or your teacher told you that you're good in talking or you're good in designing, then write it down and highlight that skill. So I created an example here of a sample list. So here are the sample lists I created. Use number one, using spreadsheet or data entry, scheduling and organizing tasks, writing, detail oriented. Number five, handling customer service. These are just one to five. You can create up to 10, but this is one of my example. So, and then I remember my teacher told me I'm good in writing, or my colleague told me I'm detail oriented. So I highlighted those skills. Okay. Now, in order to find the services that best fits these skills, I have to write it down as well. So here, so if you're great at writing, here are some of the services that you can offer: content writing for blogs, email marketing copy, or social media caption creation. Okay? Here are some of the services you can offer. If you're detail oriented, here are the services you can offer: data entry and research, admin support, and calendar management. Again, these are just some of the services that you can offer. You can research other services you can offer that best fits the skills that you're good at or those skills that you highlighted. Okay? You can also ask ChatGPT to list down what are the services I can offer with these skills that I have. Or you can ask experienced virtual assistants and ask them what services they offer. All right. Number two, the second possible way that you can do to really identify your skills and services is to list your previous work experience, previous job, or your internships or your projects. Okay? What tasks did you do that could be offered as a VA service from these three past experiences? Not just work, but in school as well. All right? Write down all your previous jobs, internships, and projects. Beside it, list the tasks you performed and think about how they can be turned into a VA service. Here are some of the examples. So, for previous job, for example, you are a retail service associate, and the tasks you performed were assisted customer with product selection and answered inquiries, and then you also process transactions and manage inventory, and then you maintain records of sales and customer preferences. The VA services that these tasks can be turned into are customer support and live chat assistance. For processing transactions and managing inventory, it could be an the service could be inventory and order tracking. And then if you did maintain records, and then you can be or the service can be data entry and sales reporting. Okay? Now, if you did internship and your internship is you are a marketing assistant and these are the tasks you performed, you conducted research for marketing campaigns, you assisted in creating and scheduling social media content, you also compiled data from customer surveys, then these are the services that it can be turned into: social media content creation and scheduling, or market research and competitor analysis, and you can also offer data entry and report generation. So you might just don't know it yet because you're still an intern, but these tasks that you performed are or could be can be turned into a VA service. And then if you're still a student, but you are a student organization leader, or any organization you joined that you have a role or you did a task, then write it down. So, for example, you manage and organize events for the student body, or you created and distributed promotional materials for your event, or you handle budgeting and communication with sponsors in your organization. Then the VA services that this can be turned into are virtual event planning and coordination. There is a lot of um, coaches that can be your clients that are doing virtual events. You can also do social media content creation and marketing, or budget management and sponsorship outreach. Just make sure to write it down. You can also write it down in your resume, okay? Write it down in your resume, all the skills that you have. Write it down in your resume. Lastly, is to self assess. What are the strengths and weaknesses that you have? So, strengths are, of course, what comes naturally to you, and what do others complimented you on. Okay? Right. You wrote down earlier that you're good in writing, then those are your strengths. For weaknesses, what are the tasks you find challenging and what skills do you need to improve? Why is this important? When you're searching to job posts, you are looking through the qualifications, right? And what skills do they require? And there's a certain skill that you're not good at. Then make sure that you are honest to tell the client that I'm not good at this, but I'm willing to learn about it. I'm not good at this. I just want you to know. in order for the client to be able to train you, or decide very well if you're a good fit to that position. All right, and also you can make sure that you note it down so that you can train yourself. And also interest, what kind of work excites you the most? What task do you enjoy doing? Because if you love what you're doing, then it won't feel like a job or a work for you, right? This is really important, especially in the VA industry. Consistency is very important. All right. If motivation is not there, then consistency is really the key. So make sure that what you're doing is what triggers your interest. Okay. Now, work style. Are you detail oriented? Are you paced or creative? Do you prefer working independently or with a team? This is also a good thing to know. If you prefer working independently, you can be a freelancer. If you want to work with a team, you can apply for agencies. Okay. Now, time commitment. How many hours can you dedicate to VA work? Are you looking for part time, full time, or side work? Make sure you note it down, and so that when you search for jobs online, if it's full time and you're looking for part time, then you decline it, or you ignore it, so that you don't have to join the interview with a client, and then at the end of the meeting you found out that it's a full-time job and you're only looking for a part-time job, and it's a waste of time, not only for you but also to the client. Now, professional growth. What skills do you want to develop to stay competitive in the industry? So this is the truth. VA industry, you have to be competitive. You don't have, you don't just stay in one skill, one niche. Well, you can stay in one niche if it's working for you. If the competition is not very high, if you can get clients with that niche. But if that niche is not working for you, it's not working anymore, maybe because of there's AI already, then you have to really upskill. You have to find a different service that you can offer, that you can find clients. All right, and here are some of the tips that I can share to you as we end this lesson. Number one is to practice your skills on free platforms. There are a lot of free resources, free websites that you can use to practice your skills. Example, typing. There is free typing websites, and you can practice there. Take online courses to strengthen weak areas. There are free courses. There's also YouTube free courses available for you. If you want paid courses, then that's fine. It's up to you. It's also a great thing. I do encourage you to do that as well. Now, number three is to offer free or discounted services to get experience. Offering free service is not bad, especially if you're good. If you're just starting up, okay, and if it's hard for you to find client, then you can offer free service like for a month or 2 months, then ask for testimonials for feedback to that client. It's also one way for you to improve yourself and to really practice the skills. All right. Lastly, get feedback from friends or small business owner. As I told you, get um, experience, ask for feedback, and improve. That's all for today. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoy our lesson and see you in my next video. Bye.